So we're here with Father Larry, the founder of Larry Bird
The Birdland
Birdland
Care Commune. We call
Care
it Care
Commune.
Commune.
Yes.
It means climate adaptive resettlement of
Mm-hmm.
the earth
Okay.
by communities.
All
That's why
right.
it's called Birdland Care Commune.
Okay. So how did it start po, this Birdland?
Una, we were only for our family.
Mm-hmm.
We settled here and we left everything.
Mm-hmm.
We did not engage in business or earning money, and we just went to plant 20,000 trees.
Oh,
And
okay.
then we did organic farming, and we live off the land
Mm-hmm.
for almost 15, 16 years. And then
Mm-hmm.
friends came and said they want to join us and help us do the project. So it became a 50-hectare
Project.
area, yeah, project.
I see. But what gave you the reason to start this?
Of course, it's climate, the issue of climate change. But then, 20 years ago,
20 years ago.
we don't have Yolanda and Ondoy and all these disasters yet. So, but we foresee already that we can contribute a little in preventing climate change.
Mm-hmm.
But now we are already in the adaptation.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's here already, and so we continued on after that.
I see. So after the 20, you've been here for 20 years, right? More of the like trying to figure out what it takes to live in harmony with the planet. Is that
No.
something like that?
Oh yeah, nature is the
Mm-hmm.
best teacher.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Nature is the best teacher. Before we even had the time that you know that we are afraid of the rain. It was heavy rains, and we discovered that you have labong, the bamboo shoot during the
Okay.
rainy season, and we have mushroom, and we have frogs, and we have, we learned that nature is generous.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I see. Well, so after that, I just want to ask you, based on your 20 years of research and, really living with integrity here, trying different ways, what is the realization that you have right now so we can reverse this?
Oh yeah, I think we can no longer limit. The scientists are saying we cannot limit anymore the heat to 1.5 degrees more from the industrial age, di ba? So we are looking at 2 degrees additional heat.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so we have to adapt to that.
Okay.
We cannot prevent it anymore from happening. So we have to prepare. That's my and we have to prepare with hope,
Yeah, what?
not with despair.
Yes, okay.
Although hope can only be authentically articulated in the context of despair. Diba? We cannot really have authentic hope if there is no despair. So while we are despairing and worrying about the heat and the disasters and all of that, we should be in action,
Yes.
responding to it. With that is the real mukha, no? The real face of
Face.
hope is action.
Okay.
Di ba?
Okay.
So we can do many things like plant trees and come together and build houses that are from indigenous materials. But the most important thing I think is we can change our hearts from just consuming the planet, consuming everything that we get to, you know, living with it,
Yes.
living with the natural world. So
Yeah. Okay, so for this project that you're doing right now, what help or what services or what can we do together? You know, like if for instance the world is so available right now, everything is available to gather and take action. What is this? What does it take?
This, I wrote a book
Mm-mm.
about climate change adaptation, and I said there that the first step is food.
Mm-mm. Food.
The
Mm-mm.
first step is food. That is, let us put more healthy food on our table.
Mm-mm.
That's one.
Okay.
But also, we put the food on the table. I mean, we gather our families together, we eat with our friends,
Mm.
not just eating on alone, or let us make eating a community event
Activity.
activity. I suggested there on the book that that is one of the first step,
The
you
first
know.
step.
So a healthy body and a healthy mind. Then we, by so doing, we will be able to have good insights on how to live well, how to live with our friends, you know. But of course, that those are the practical things to do. You know, use your hands more in making things, making crafts. You know, those are responses to climate change that we are not. We thought we cannot deal with. But in the bigger, say, if you want solutions like let's have a green army. They
Okay.
call it
All right.
army of young people
Okay.
really working on the land and going back to the land and caring for trees and and teaching people how to live ecological lives. So I was imagining this to have a group of volunteers, and I don't know how to do it.
Okay.
I was telling her that let's have 9 pioneers,
Okay.
and then they'll come here and work with us. We can do that. We can do
Yes.
so many things.
Yeah,
It's
especially for
endless.
people. What's your day like po here? I'm curious. How's your day like here?
I'm the most lazy one here, you see, because I believe that maybe um, the best solution to climate change is to rest.
To slow down.
Humanity is so busy doing. Even if you ask me, sometimes I will give answers on what to do,
Mm.
you know. But maybe the real answer is what to be, to be rested, to rest, And that's why in the farm here, okay, we have to produce our food and we have to get water, But most of all, we have to rest. So when you ask me what do, and I do carpentry little by little.
Yeah.
I make utos.
I see.
But yung mga kasama ko, people who are working with me, they are battling food. Battling is very important for us because one of the biggest contributor to carbon dioxide is refrigeration.
So you don't have a ref here?
We don't have a ref in our house.
You don't have a ref in the house?
Yeah.
So what do you do with the food po? Paano po yung food? You just get what you need in the farm?
No. We are cheating actually because we have a ref here in the volunteer house. Our house is off-grid. There's no electricity, so we cannot afford to have
A ref.
refrigerator. But we are battling, bottling is a good way to preserve food. You hermetically seal the
The
food
bottle.
inside, and it will taste after 1 year. It will taste the same.
I see.
So if we promote it to more people, they can reduce their refrigeration. Hopefully, I don't know if it will have an effect, but for us, it's also our if some disaster happen, we have food. You know, we have banana shoot in the we have tomato soup in a
Apo.
bottle. We have labong, you know, the bamboo shoot in a bottle.
Yeah. May I ask you po personally, what is the reason or what is your realization why those people who can and are able, um, how can they gravitate, or what does it take for them to see this kind of perspective that you have?
Yeah, usually, you know, uh, it depends on all our backgrounds. You see, the Western first world countries, for example, they are focusing on technology because they have experienced the power of money to achieve goals. So they are, in responding to climate change, they are focusing on technologies. You know. But for us, we are focusing on lifestyle change. You know, but this lifestyle change now, I'm 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 telling Ati Babit that it is expensive to be simple. You know, if we promote simple lifestyle, we also have to show that simple lifestyle is happy. It's what do you call this? It's comfortable. You know, there is education in it. There
Yes.
is. It's not a stagnation.
Right.
You know, uh, simple lifestyle was associated with poverty, and that's where those people who have money can help the
Yes.
planet by promoting simple lifestyle that is more comfortable than abject poverty. So when we try to lift people out of poverty, we are actually saving the planet. You know, when we put them in a more comfortable
Space.
life, because they have almost zero carbon emission.
Yeah, no, these
You know,
people.
but they are living in poverty. So who will follow them?
Yeah.
Nobody will follow the poor people. Although they are the ones who are not destroying the planet. In fact, they are the ones saving the planet.
Yes.
They are the ones planting trees and planting vegetables and
Yes,
you
they
know
do
absorbing
simple.
carbon dioxide. So if you want to invest your money, you better invest it in caring for the tribal people, for example, because in scientifically proven that the tribal people are the ones saving the forest. You know, the United Nations made a study on that, and they found that the tribal people are, so where will you put your money? You put your money where the you can save the planet, you know. So that's my
Yeah. Well, thank you for your your wisdom. So so for those who want to be more understanding of what Father Larry is saying, he has a book, and I will get the book later.
By the way,
Yes. And
the book has the the 9 systems of sustainability. You know, if you have time, you can listen to these 9. You know, it's very
Opo.
quick. I'll tell you.
Yes,
We have
please.
to have the first system is the food forest system.
Okay.
We have to have forests. You know,
Okay.
the second system is the organic farming system. We have to have food in order to adapt to climate,
Climate
change.
change.
Then the third system is what we call the green business system. Because we are in transition, we need also sustainability in financing. So
Yes.
how can we sell our products? How can we sell my book?
Yes.
So that we
Kinds
will
of
get
projects,
funds.
no?
Money is only a transitional element
Yes.
in adapting to climate change.
Mm-hmm.
So the fourth system is using our hands. Like we have the craft village system. We want people to learn how to make houses that are using their hands, make crafts,
Okay.
and so that is very important so that we can veer away from using plastic or manufactured products. And then we have the number five system, which is also our number five rule. To know the truth, we have to have a school system, a way of educating people, because our educational system has focused so much on production of goods and production of money, getting money,
Yes.
which destroyed the planet. So we cannot follow the same educational system that we have now.
Anymore.
So we have to have an alternative, which we call the permaculture school system. And then we should have green architecture. That is the sixth system. How to build habitat, human habitat, that will have our refrigerator just close around our house. You get your refrigerator because you get fresh vegetables. You have your poultry in the whole forest because the chicken are there, not poultry in one big chicken factory. No? So that is the green architecture system. How do you design your habitat?
Yes.
And then we have what we call the earth commune system. How do we organize ourselves? How is friendship? How is family?
Yeah,
What
does
is
it
the
look
structure
like,
of the society? How do we manage fighting
Conflicts,
and
yeah.
conflicts
Yes.
and things like that?
Okay.
So we need to do that because human conflict is the worst enemy of
Yeah,
nature.
for growth, yeah.
No?
Yes.
And then we have the the off-grid system. How do we deal with technology, with
Yes.
electricity? Which technology are we going to throw out and embrace? Because not all technologies are good, and if we limit the power, the electric power, then we will have to decide what to use, how to use technology. And finally, we have the hope inculturation system, which is the spiritual system that we are creating. How do we generate hope from the hearts of the people that we are engaged with? So the meditation is part of it. We also do aikido like that. We yoga. Those are hope generators. They sometimes although hope is mentioned everywhere in all religions, it is not practiced. We were taught that we are bad and sinful, so we have to be disciplined. But if you are full of hope, you don't see human beings as bad. You see them as good. They don't need to be disciplined. They need to be taught to understand.
Yes.
So that is the 9 systems of sustainability.
Wow, that is really, I get it from the heart space. Thank you so much for sharing. Those systems are really inspiring to, to see that somebody is also, somebody's doing also that. was able to download it even. And yeah, is there any other best advice or best inspiration that you can share to the people? Let's say to the humanity right now. Like this is just the last sentence that you can share.
Climate change is a crisis, a real crisis. But it is also an opportunity. You know, it is also an opportunity. It is a window for us to see ourselves.
Yes.
You know, to see ourselves. What are we made of?
Right.
We always say that we are made of the love of God, for
Right.
example. But with crisis, with catastrophes, we will really see that that thought that we are made by God.
Right.
I think it's a window for us to see ourselves as God's creatures. So that is my. We face the coming heat with hope, diba? Even with joy, diba? Because we will see ourselves. Yeah.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Well, what you have here po is like a very resilient kind of structure. That's what I noticed. That's why I was very inspired to see what it takes really to ground it. So okay. Thank you po. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your time. It was really
I don't know if I said things right.
everything is correct.